win number 3 in 2007.
Pick. 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. 3 and 4, make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship.
Welcome back to the Slide Job Podcast. I'm your host, Colton Smith, or Left Turn Central, here joined by co-host Ben Miller and co-host Brandon Bull Davis. Fellas, we are here recapping the Talladega race. Just got done today. Just got done a couple days ago when you guys will be seeing it, but an exciting race as always with Talladega coming down to the final lap, and we have another ticket punch to Phoenix. It looked like for a little bit there may be no ticket punch, but Chase Briscoe got the job done, gets his 3rd win on the season, en route to a championship berth. Him and Denny Hamlin, 2 JGR cars, find themselves in the championship round. Before we get deeper into all of that, I'll go ahead and ask you, starting with Bull, how are we doing?
Not too bad, man. Just watched some football and NASCAR today. Just turned on the Sunday night football game and ready to talk some more NASCAR. Ben?
Yeah, for myself, overall it was a good weekend. Colton, I appreciate you throwing that party for us. That was definitely fun at the farm. I was really
I wasn't the one throwing it. I was just happy to be there.
Yeah, but overall that was fun time. Got to watch a little bit of football, of course. Watch the crazy Talladega race. Never disappoints, but overall it was a good weekend.
Yep, pretty good weekend. Had a fun time yesterday, and then didn't get much sleep after that. So definitely want to make up on that after this episode. But we gotta stay awake, or at least I gotta stay awake to talk some NASCAR. So Ben, you got the recap for today, so I'll let you take it away.
All right. So Talladega, starting off with our top 10 results. Chase Briscoe getting his 3rd win of the year and punching his ticket to Phoenix for the championship 4. Coming in second is Todd Gilliland, who finished in second. Ty Gibbs in 3rd, Bubba Wallace in 4th, Cole Custer in 5th, Carson Hocevar in 6th, Tyler Reddick in 7th, Christopher Bell in 8th, Zane Smith in 9th, and Brad Keselowski in 10th. Some notable drivers to point out, Joey Logano in 16th, Blaney in 23rd, Denny Hamlin 24th, William Byron 25th, Kyle Larson in 26th, and finishing in dead last in 40th is Chase Elliott. But just a little recap in stage 1. Of course, Michael McDowell led the field to the green, winning the pole this weekend. And as we get to lap 52, we get our first wreck in turn 3 involving Chase Elliott, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Haley, Noah Gragson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Eric Jones, Austin Cindric, and Austin Dillon. But at the end of stage 1, I mean, it was Ty Gibbs versus Tyler Reddick to decide who was going to get this stage win. But at the end, in a photo finish, it was Ty Gibbs getting the stage 1 win. And then as we get into stage 2, on lap 111, as we were making green flag pit stops, we had one of the mishaps on pit road, or coming to pit road, I should say. Shane Van Gisbergen spins coming onto pit road and gets stuck in the grass, which ultimately brought out a caution. And later in the stage, Chase Briscoe leads the field back to green with 5 laps to go, and he was able to get the stage 2 victory. And then as we get into our final stage, John Hunter Nemechek leads the field back to green. And then later on, we see Cody Ware spin on the apron after having an engine failure to bring out the caution in turns 1 and 2. And then with 18 laps to go, Ryan Blaney and Todd Gilliland lead the field back to green. I mean, from that point, we saw a lot of lead changes. I mean, we also saw that majority of the race. But with 2 laps to go, Chris Buescher, who was leading, spins down the backstretch, bringing out the caution after William Byron made contact with him. So that set up for overtime as Willie B led the field back to green. And then on the last lap, Larson runs out of fuel, and then Byron gets spun in the tri-oval by Carson Hocevar. And at the end, it was Chase Briscoe getting his first win at Talladega and advances to the championship 4 in Phoenix. So, yeah, I mean, overall, Talladega never disappoints. I thought it was a good race, but what did you guys think of it?
Go ahead, Bull.
So I thought it was an okay race, or it was pretty good for a race for Talladega. I still don't like the riding around fuel saving aspect of the super speedways. But on their last episode, I mentioned who's going to be the team that tries a different strategy, and didn't really have any of that until the end. The Penske guys leading the field. Joey Logano led the most laps, and when we got that Cody Ware caution, they pit and didn't put enough fuel in the car for an overtime. How many races at Talladega do we go and not have an overtime? We
Yeah.
all at super speedways we always get an overtime, and in my opinion that cost him and Blaney the chance to go to the championship 4. I think one of them two was winning the race. They both were around the top 5, top 10 quite a bit of the day. But trying to get a short pit to keep the track position instead of falling back to 4th or 5th off pit road there with a full tank cost them a chance, and now they're roughly 30-40 points back. Colton, what'd you think?
Yeah, I'm always the optimist when it comes to those points gaps. There is not a points gap I see on this point standings where I'm like, yeah, they're coming back from that. They can come back from that. The closest is William Byron, 36 points below. Logano's 38 points below. Blaney's 47, and Chase is a negative 62. So mathematically, he cannot do it. So all of these guys are now in race winning territory. We have to get the win to get in. Larson and Bell honestly can kind of sit on their hands. I mean, I'm sure they'll still go for the win, but you don't have to be aggressive. The big thing you don't want to do if you're Kyle Larson is be overly aggressive and have an issue early in Martinsville because of that. And then all of a sudden, William Byron has a really, really great day. He can technically point you out without winning, but still, these are very, very hard stuff to really predict. But I think at the very least, we have 4 drivers that know what they have to do to keep their championship hopes alive, and will be going into Martinsville looking to get a win. As for the race, I don't really have much to comment on it. I wasn't fully locked in, to be honest. I watched bits and pieces, and it just kind of felt like the average Talladega race for me, which I think I've been pretty vocal on this podcast before, that I'm not the biggest super speedway fan. I think it always creates a great finish, don't get me wrong, but I feel that the first 199 laps can get a little daunting and pointless, especially when we're having this fuel saving and whatnot. So, and then the stages as well. I think it's just all around. I don't really enjoy it as much as I used to, but I get why people like it. I would love to go to a race and see that kind of racing in person. But as far as on TV, it just doesn't really do it for me. So I don't really have too many strong opinions on this race. Pretty much I was checked out once I saw Chase Elliott get caught up in that wreck as well. It was just kind of just one of those days for me. So I nothing too crazy for me, but I'll throw it back to Ben if you have anything more to talk about on this race.
Yeah, I just want to point out 2 drivers here really quick. Starting off with our winner, Chase Briscoe. I mean, getting his 3rd win of the year, first win at Talladega. But, I mean, it's obvious. It's no surprise here that he's going to Phoenix to battle for a championship. I mean, he's shown the speed. He has shown the performance. He has shown the consistency. He is consistently running out front, leading some laps. And he's been one of the best qualifiers this season. And it has all played out to perfection. And but, yeah, it's like I said, no surprise that he's going to Phoenix to battle for a championship. And but we knew coming into these playoffs that he was going to be one of the hottest drivers coming in. And I mean, he proved it from the beginning. I mean, going out, dominating, leading over 200 laps and winning the Southern 500 at Darlington. But yeah, today was a much deserved win for Chase Briscoe. And I just feel like it's definitely going to be fun to see him to see what he can do with all this momentum that they've been building since the summer, as they head into Phoenix with a championship 4 berth. And we'll see if he can pull it off to win his first NASCAR Cup Series championship in his first season with Joe Gibbs Racing. And also, just to talk about William Byron for a little bit. I mean, for the second week in a row, it's just another what if for William Byron. I mean, last week in Vegas, he had a winning car, but we all know he got into the wreck with Ty Dillon. I mean, the little miscommunication there, as we all know. But I mean, he was in position to get the win today. I mean, as always at Talladega, he puts himself in the best position to be there at the end, and he definitely did that. And I mean, of course, he led on the overtime restart, but unfortunately did not go his way after losing the lead. But despite that, he was on track to get a top 5 finish, but was looking like it was going to be a good points day. But of course, he got turned by Carson Hocevar coming to the checkered flag. But because of that spin, he lost a lot of points, and now he's in a must-win situation heading into Martinsville. I mean, but yeah, Byron overall, he's showing the speed, but bad luck's just haunting him right now. And we'll have to see what he can do in Martinsville. But I definitely think that with this momentum that he's been showing the last 2 weeks, he's definitely going to be a factor for sure. But I mean, overall, just looking at Martinsville, it's definitely going to be a crazy one.
One more thing, and I'm sure we'll get into it more in the Friday show. But after this race, you mentioned the point standings. But Bell and Larson, I don't think they can just sit on their hands really, because they got 3 guys below that can go to Martinsville and get that win. They got 2 Hendrick cars below the cut, and then Blaney, who's won the last 2 years. So they still got to go to Martinsville. Yeah, they still got to go to Martinsville and still battle. Because, like I said, they could be racing each other for that last spot with Byron, Elliott, and Blaney. All 3 of those are very capable of winning that race next week.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Not Logano?
Yep.
No.
He'll find a way, and the crash out will be insane if I have to go all the way to Martinsville, my first race down there.
America needs Colton to get to see Logano get the walk-off victory.
Wouldn't that be something?
I hate that I just spoke that into the universe. I wanted to circle back before we move on to Chase Briscoe. We'll talk about it a little bit in our next segment too, but just really, we're talking about all these playoff, formats and whatnot. But this is really, if there was a chase, I think he would be the front runner in the chase. I don't have the points exactly, but if you look since we started this, you mentioned won and dominated the Southern 500, second place at WWT Gateway. Bristol got 9th place, 10th place at New Hampshire, 4th place at Kansas. His worst finish this entire playoffs, 14th at the Charlotte Roval, 4th at Las Vegas, and he just got the win today. It has been an absolute tear. There's been winning. There's consistent finishing. So all in all, while it doesn't quite work that way, the way that Chase Briscoe has performed in the playoffs has put him in a conversation that you cannot say he did not deserve this championship if he wins it. It's not like because I will admit, but 9th place in the regular season standings or so, you might have been a little higher than that, 8th or 7th. You kind of question it, but you see the flip that was switched in these playoffs, and I'm more than happy with that aspect of the playoffs where you can kind of get a rebirth and make a run on it, but you have to really can be the consistent. Joey Logano could never have a playoffs like this where I'll do the math on the average finish here in a moment, but just absolute tear. 14th place is the worst finish, and it's one of the best playoff runs we've seen.
We should have expected this. I mean, he is the face of Joe Gibbs Racing.
Hey, you're stealing from our next segment there. If we have nothing else, we can go ahead and move along to it. The fly the flag segment. But you guys got anything else to
add? No, I think I'm good.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm currently calculating his average finish in the playoffs because I think that's a good stat to have. But let's start with it's very Toyota and JGR focused fly the flag we got here today. But we're starting with Toyota will sweep the round of 8 as they swept the round of 16. They already got 2 down. They got 1 more to go at Martinsville this week. Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go yellow flag on this one. I mean, when you go to Martinsville next week, I mean, definitely Christopher Bell. He definitely has a shot there. I mean, he's been arguably the best short track racer this year. But there's a lot of guys that can go out there and win. I mean, a lot of guys below the cut line, like Byron, Elliott, Blaney, Logano, all great short track racers. So yeah, I feel like right now I'm going to say yellow flag.
Bull?
I'm going to go red flag, and we all know Hendrick's success at Martinsville, and I'm going to take the odds that one of the 2 Hendricks below the cut line actually get the victory.
Yeah, I am going to go red flag because Chase Elliott's winning this week. Damn it, I'm not holding my cards. Chase Elliott is winning. I'm saying it on Monday. I'll be saying it on Friday. I'll be saying it on Saturday, and I'll be saying on Sunday. Chase Elliott won this Martinsville race. I'm speaking it in existence, baby. Manifest destiny. Let's move along to our second one, which is Chase Briscoe will be the face of JGR after his championship. I also want to add that I did the math. He has a 5.5 average finish this playoff. So you could round up, you could round down. Technically, you would round up to 6th place. A 5th to 6th place average finish this playoffs, which is an absolute bonkers stat and definitely worthy of it. For me, I'm still going yellow. I think it definitely becomes a lot more possible with the championship. That's something Christopher Bell doesn't have, but he's got to do it first. So I guess if he does win it, though, that'd be more championships than he has too. He's been here a lot longer. So what do you think, Bull?
I'm going to go red flag. There's still a guy driving the 11 car. It's got 10th most wins in NASCAR history with 60. So still got him driving JGR. So I'm going to go red flag.
Ben?
Yeah, for myself, I'm going to go yellow flag on this one. I mean, right now, after when Denny Hamlin retires, it's definitely up in the air and up for debate who's going to be the new face at JGR. I mean, you're talking about Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell, 2 guys who are talented race car drivers who are in the primes in their careers, and they're going to be future champions. So, yeah, I feel like it's going to be it's going to be 50-50 a little bit. But as of right now, I'm going to go yellow flag.
All right, last one, or I guess I didn't give my opinion on it. Wait, did I start? I might have started with that. Heads maybe not in the heads somewhere else. Joe Gibbs, here's the last fly the flag. Joe Gibbs is the most talented team in the garage. I am going to go ahead and say red flag. I do think Hendrick, if we're talking strictly talent here, I would say JGR maybe is a little more top heavy, but then they got Kyle Larson on Hendrick. So it comes down to Hendrick and JGR. Penske's only got 3 cars, and Austin Cindric's on that team. I think it just really comes down to the weakest link here. I'm taking Alex Bowman over Ty Gibbs any day of the week, and I think that's really what it comes down to. The rest of it, I mean, Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell are kind of the same. I would give Kyle Larson probably the nudge on that. Byron going up against Chase Briscoe. Byron probably has the nudge on that, but not if Chase Briscoe wins the championship. That gap's closing. And then you got Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin, pretty equal. I'd give Denny the nod on that one. So I still think Hendrick takes that, and gap's closing. If Ty Gibbs can start winning some races, I mean, he's going to be in the car long enough, he might as well. And Chase Briscoe wins him a championship. Who knows? Ben, what do you think?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Were you saying me?
Yeah, Ben, what do you think?
Oh, sorry about that. My audio cut off a little bit. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think right now I'm gonna go yellow flag on this one because I feel like it's 50-50 on who the best team is right now. But yeah, I mean, Hendrick and Gibbs, they definitely shown a lot of flashes. So yeah, it's definitely up in the air for sure.
Bull?
I'm going to go red flag as well. I think you got the top 3 on each are very clear. But I'm going to take Bowman over Gibbs. Gibbs is 112 races without a win. longest in JGR history. So I'm going to go red flag.
All right. It's time for us to move along to our power rankings. I will once again start at number 5. I have the 34 because I'm not going to put William Byron, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, or Chase Elliott on this. Todd Gilliland in the 34, very quiet season for him. Gets his second place finish here at Talladega. I expected a lot more from him, but what can you do but start anew next season? Front row really as a whole, I think the performance has been down outside of Zane Smith. So just something that comes with, oh, is that another team in the garage that added a third car and it was, poor to their performance? Maybe we shouldn't be so eager to add that third car until we're ready. But I digress. We got the 5 car of Kyle Larson in the 4 spot. Run out of gas on the last lap. Not a good look, but what can you do? You're still 36 points above the cut line, so sitting a lot prettier than others, and get you just make it to where you don't put it. It's in your hands. That's what I'm trying to say here. It is in your hands. Just outpoint Bell, and you're pretty much safe unless somehow there's 2 wins, and then magic has happened. Christopher Bell is in the 3 spot for me. He finished well, ran well at Talladega, but also he's a Toyota. Toyota is hot, so when he's going to Martinsville, that should be a good track for him. And then Denny Hamlin is at my number 2 spot, and he's got to win. He's got his ticket punched. He didn't have that good of a race, but how can I put him below anybody else, as he is going to be competing for a championship confirmed in 2 weeks. And let's go with the most recent winner, Chase Briscoe, at my number 1 spot. That's the thing with the playoffs is every week it's pretty much just whoever wins at the top at this point, right? Like you just won a race, you just punched your ticket in the next round. So whoever did it the week before, they already have just kind of checked out until the next round. So it makes it harder make a really legitimate power rankings. But yeah, Chase Briscoe at the top.
All right,
Bull, what do you think?
I'm kind of agree with you. I know we have the 8 that are still in the playoffs, but in my 5th spot, I'm going to go with a guy that's not currently in the playoffs, Bubba Wallace. He's also another one that's had a good playoff run. Almost had the victory at Kansas, and got into it with Denny. And today followed up with a 4th place finish as well. Another one that's had a good playoff run. And then the next 4 is going to be pretty much the same as you. I'm going to go Kyle Larson at number 4. Number 3, Christopher Bell. And I actually am going to switch 1 and 2. And just mainly the wins that Denny Hamlin has. I'm going to put Briscoe at number 2 and Hamlin at 1. I'll switch there as just Denny's got more wins. Still had a good race today as well. Followed that up with a good race today. So pretty kind of the same, but I mean, what can you expect? As like you mentioned, got the top 4 above with a decent cushion.
Yeah, we essentially have your winners who are locked in at this point, and then you have your people that are pointed in, and you have the people that performed poorly and are below the cut line. What power do they have in a power ranking, right? So that's just kind of how it gets to this portion of the season. But Ben, let's hear yours.
All right. So starting off at number 5, guys, I got the 11 of Denny Hamlin. He finished 23rd today at Talladega. It wasn't really much of a factor. Spent the majority of the race in the back, didn't earn any stage points, but it's no big deal. He's already won in Vegas, so he's already on to the championship 4 in Phoenix. But yeah, going into Martinsville next week, I feel like he's definitely going to be a factor. He was our winner there last spring, so I feel like he's going to try to go in there and try to carry some momentum forward into Phoenix. So I got driver 11 at number 5. And then coming in at number 4, I got the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Didn't get the result that he wanted today at Talladega, finishing in 23rd, but ran up in the top 5. I think he showed great top 5 speed. He was able to get some stage points throughout the day, and he was able to work well with his Team Penske teammate Joey Logano at the front. Didn't really lead a lot of laps like I thought he would, but he was in a position to win with 18 to go, and then to see if he can try to advance in Phoenix, but had to pit late for fuel in the race, ending his chances of a win. But now he's in a must-win situation. One of those drivers heading into Martinsville. I mean, he's used to this situation. He's built for it, and I mean, he's won the last 2 fall Martinsville races to punch his ticket to Phoenix. So, yeah, I definitely think that Blaney, he's definitely going to be a factor and fight for his season to win a second NASCAR Cup Series championship. And coming in at number 3, I got Kyle Larson, another driver who didn't get the result that he wanted at Talladega. I mean, he was flirting with the win, trying to get his first win on a drafting track and trying to win on his in his 400th career start. But he was on the front row with his Hendrick teammate, William Byron. He had a shot late, but ran out of fuel on the last lap down the backstretch. But he's plus 36 above the cut line heading into Martinsville. I mean, not safe because there's a potential new winner. There might be a potential new winner next week at Martinsville. I mean, a lot of guys going into that race can definitely go out and win. But overall, Larson, he continues to show up with great speed and great momentum. And just looking at his background at Martinsville, he's definitely going to be a factor. And overall, just a great track for Hendrick Motorsports. So I got driver 5 at number 3. And then coming in at number 2, I got the 20 car Christopher Bell. Finished 8th today at Talladega. Overall, solid run. Had a quiet day overall, but he was showing flashes running in the top 10, was able to earn some stage points. He was able to avoid the trouble, and now he's plus 37 above the cut line heading into Martinsville. I mean, when you go into Martinsville, you definitely can't ignore Seabell. I mean, he's been strong there. I mean, he's been one of the best short track racers this season, and I definitely feel like he's going to be a factor to win. And topping off my power rankings, I got the 19 of Chase Briscoe. Obviously, our winner at Talladega was able to recover from a pit road penalty to get the win today. And he gets the battle for a championship in Phoenix. And he now has 3 wins on the season. I mean, overall, Briscoe, he continues to impress, proving why he is the championship favorite. I mean, he's been consistent. He's shown speed, always up front leading these laps. And, yeah, no surprise that he's going to Phoenix. And, yeah, it's just been a special year for Chase Briscoe. So, yeah, that is my top 5 following Talladega.
Good stuff. Yeah, Briscoe's run kind of reminds me a little bit of Blaney's run when he went on that championship. He looked good in the regular season, but just really turned it on in the playoffs and then got to Phoenix, and that was that. And that's something to mention is Phoenix is a track that Penske is pretty decent at. So maybe this new tire throws them off. But if one of those 2 Penske cars gets in there, I'm throwing money on it. I'm not – I like easy money if that's the case. But
speaking of throwing money, how did we not bet on Austin Hill to win the Xfinity race?
Yeah,
the Victory Donuts was sponsored by Krispy Kreme.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
How did we not see that and bet the house on Austin Hill?
Oh man, that is awesome. I mean, if I would have known, well, I had bonus bets to use that I could have done instead of the 9-leg parlay that was 4 for 9. But sorry, this is bringing back traumatic memories. Let's go ahead. This is not a sports betting podcast or a college football podcast, so I'll spare you what happened there. UNLV. Anywho, is there anything you guys have to say before we part ways here and until Friday?
I think we're good.
All right, get ready for a couple interesting episodes on the podcast because Friday I will be reporting live either from, I'm staying outside of Martinsville, Virginia, but the Martinsville, Virginia area. I'll be reporting either from the Airbnb there or from the car on the way down there. And then additionally, the Sunday we'll be recording. I do want to try and on the car ride back, record that from there, give you my live reactions. I'm sure my race recap will be very formal and very, well, depending upon who wins, it'll be very formal and very detailed, but because I'm there, so I have to have all the details. I surely won't miss a single thing that happens on the track. That never happens. I totally don't just watch that happened at Bristol. There was like 100 laps or so at Bristol where I was just zoned in on the 9 car because I think he was like second behind Larson. I think that was when that happened. But anyways, I'll spare you the details of that. But yeah, so basically just get ready for a couple maybe more unorthodox episodes these next couple weeks. And I am going to try to do some sort of vlog or whatnot. So be on the lookout for that. I'm sure it'll take me forever to edit it after I record it, but we'll give it a shot. But yeah, we got all that out. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts. What did you think about the Talladega race? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it meh? If you ask me, it was probably on the mess side. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at LFC__99. Follow the CX Podcast Network at CX Pod Network on Twitter. Follow Ben at Ben Miller PXP. Follow Bull at Bull_81818. I don't even have to use the document anymore. I'm just got it down pat anymore. But I think that's all. We also are on Apple, Spotify, Amazon if you guys don't want to see our ugly mugs. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.